is a land of intrigue, natural beauty, and cultural diversity. Located on the west coast of South America, Peru has a population of more than 28 million people living in an area slightly smaller than Alaska. Ancient Peru was home to several Andean civilizations, most notably the Incan Empire. The first Mennonite missionaries came to Peru in 1988. The first church plant was in Lucre, 45 minutes from the capital city of Cusco, among the descendants of the Incans, called the Quechua Indians. Other church plants have spread into Cusco and other towns.
The church in Peru, there's about 20 churches now today, and they have a vision to go to the least and the forgotten. They are going to villages way up in the Andes that no one even wants to bother to go to, and they're finding fertile ground. Coquimarca is a place where at the end of every year, there's a time period where you are allowed to take vengeance on anybody who's done anything against you, and the law will do nothing against you. I mean, you can physically go after somebody. There's even been deaths because of this. In the midst of that, here comes the gospel. The church was started, there's a small group started, and here, instead of having a time of vendetta and coming back and getting back, the gospel has taken root. In the end of April and March, the church had a yearly gathering, and they had representatives of almost every church, other leaders, and then each one of the different towns and villages where these churches are, each one gave a cultural either dance or worship. Dance is very important in that culture. And so as a way of worship, they would sing a song and perform a dance for all the people that were assembled. Some anthropologists would say that when the gospel comes in, it changes culture, and that therefore they are against those who would come in. That's not what happens in this case that we've seen, is that the gospel comes in and actually liberates people in their culture. We saw this demonstrated by the lady in Coquimarca who wrote a song in her own Quechua language, in her own Quechua rhythm. It would not be the rhythm that we'd be used to in the United States. Wrote this song and then put it to the Quechua dance that they're used to and celebrate the liberty that Jesus brought, not changing their culture, not trying to do things in a North American way, but actually Jesus is a Quechua. The church there has for years had a vision to start a school. Their children, who come from, they're indigenous people in a mainly Latino-driven government, and they're also evangelicals in a mainly Catholic country. So their children, when they went to regular public school, they would actually get physically beaten because they're indigenous people, they're a minority, and then they're evangelicals. So they really had a vision to start their own school, not only for their own children, but for others.
In 2005, a 10-year dream became reality when the first group of 11 kindergarten students began at the new bilingual Christian school. Started by the Peruvian Mennonite Church and EMM missionaries, the school is called Promesa, which means promise. Each year, the school adds another grade. There are currently 72 students in pre-kindergarten through third grade.
Christianity to them is not something that you go to church to do. Christianity is a life you live every day, and it impacts every part of your life. This is something I think we need to learn as North Americans. They are living that as an example for us.